Hey everybody, so this is just an impromptu live. I'm not selling anything, but I just wanted to go live just to share something with everybody. So I was driving in the car today on the way home from picking up my daughter from camp, and I realized it's probably been about 6 months or so since I came back from the Dominican Republic, because in January I went to the Dominican Republic with Paparazzi on a vacation. So I was thinking it should be about 6 months from now. So I was thinking about my journey over the past 6 months. And I just wanted to share some of the things that I have learned in the past 6 months, just in my life in general. Hey, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Hey, everybody logging in. So bear with me. It's going to be a quick live. I just wanted to share something with you guys. It's just something that I think may help somebody. So I just wanted to just come really quick and go live. I know some people are just getting off work and stuff. But so anyway, so in January, I went to the Dominican Republic on this really amazing trip, and that trip really changed my life. And I wanted to share some of the things I've learned since then. And one of the biggest things is that, so anyway, today I looked at the calendar on the day, and today it actually marks the anniversary of the 6 months since I've actually ever gone live on Facebook. So some of you all have seen my shows, and some people say, oh, it seems like you've been doing this forever, or it seems like you are really comfortable doing it. But literally today marks the 6 month anniversary of me doing it. I calculated it. I think I went live about 40 times at this point. But in the past 6 months in Paparazzi, I've been able to accomplish a lot of things. In that time, my downline now has about 50 plus people on it, which is really amazing. I've accomplished things like in the business called like Crown Club 10 and all these different things. Life of the Party Silver, which is like saying that I've purchased like thousands of pieces of jewelry and all this kind of stuff. And I've sold a lot and I've accomplished a lot. But really the biggest thing that I feel like I have accomplished in all of this time is just believing in myself. And so this is just a message for somebody out there who is afraid to do something, or you are nervous to do something, or you just feel like you're not equipped or capable to do it. I just want to encourage you to just go ahead and just do it. Take the leap of faith. And I always say this on my lives all the time. It's like me doing that one leap of faith of going live. And then this necklace means something to me, so I put it on today. This is one of our Z collection pieces that I wore on my very first live. And so this means, it's like a sentimental thing to me. But me going live for the first time really just said to me that I was really capable of doing anything, because I was so terrified. I didn't want to do it. I was afraid of what people were going to say or what people were going to think about me. I didn't really have a lot of confidence at that time. I thought I had a lot of confidence. I mean, you really feel like you have confidence in yourself, but like when it really comes down to you taking a leap of faith, that's when you really can like put your money where your mouth is, because people walk around here and act like they like so confident and they just like really got it going on. But like, cause that's how I felt, I felt like I could do anything, like, but when it came to going live, or when it really came to believing in myself, I didn't have it in me to do it. And so a lot of times I would just I would give everybody else the motivation that they needed. I always was that friend who was always like going the extra mile for my friends, wanting to support people, wanting to help everybody see their dreams to be fulfilled. I've always been that friend to like show up early and stay late for everybody else's dreams except my own. And I think that was like the hardest realization for me over these past 6 months, is those same people who I was going and breaking my neck to support, they're the people who really don't support me very much now in my ventures and stuff. And that stings a little bit. I think one of the biggest things too that I learned is that just because people are your family and friends and they're around you doesn't mean that they're going to be your biggest supporters, or they're going to be the ones who are going to hold you down when it really means something, or help you see your dreams to be fulfilled. I've had friends just flat out tell me no, people who I love, just to like support me, and they're nowhere to be found. And that's okay, because I learned something in that too. I learned that I cannot invest myself into people as much as I'm investing myself into myself. You know what I mean? And I know that that's like a very selfish thing to probably think or to say, but I feel like God has put so much inside of me that yes, it's beautiful to be able to support other people. Yes, it's awesome to be able to, dedicate yourself to seeing other people's dreams fulfilled. I get joy actually and satisfaction out of that. But it's also beauty in believing in myself too. And it's also beauty in taking a leap of faith, even if nobody believes in me, even if nobody wants to support me, even if nobody wants to have my back or like want to see me win. I gotta want to see me win too. I gotta want to see my dreams be fulfilled. I gotta want for myself what I want for other people. And that is for, us to be able to live a life that we're proud of, like to walk in our destiny. I always feel like I want to be at a point where when I die and I stand before God, I really want him to say, you used everything I gave you, all of your talents, all of your gifts, you used them, for my glory, and you were able to do something. And like when I created you, before, the earth began and I thought of you, when I thought of Melanie, like, you were what I wanted you to be, and I think that that is just such a beautiful thing. Like when we can really stand before God and we didn't let fear hold us back from doing what it is that he created us to do or to be, because so I feel like there are some people who are going to watch this video, and I know that this is for me, but it's also for somebody else. If there's something that you feel like God is leading you to do, or you feel like you really are desiring to do, but you just don't feel like you're equipped or you're afraid, just know that what you're putting at stake is like far greater than you really can imagine or conceive. You're thinking about something in like a limited capacity. You're thinking about something just for today. This is making me uncomfortable, or this is something I'm afraid of, and I'm just not going to do it. But what if you not doing that particular thing will affect your great grandkids? What if you not doing that particular thing will affect people's livelihoods, or what I'm saying, like you just have to think it's bigger. So it's like if you're supposed to write a book, let's say you keep putting it off, but let's say you're supposed to write that book to change somebody else's life or change the trajectory of something that somebody is supposed to do, and you just choose not to do it, and you just walk in disobedience just because it's uncomfortable for you to do it. So I just want to encourage everybody to just take a leap of faith and to just go after relentlessly what it is that you feel like you're supposed to do, because we all have a limited time here on this planet. Our time is not guaranteed here. We don't even have the next 2 minutes guaranteed in our life, but what we do have is this moment, and what we do have is the opportunity to not be afraid to just chase those things that are desires of our heart. God gave us desires of our heart for a reason, so we should chase after it. We should do those things that we're supposed to do. So for me, it was paparazzi, and this business has like truly just changed my life. I really cannot say it enough. Like I feel emotional talking about it, because I just feel like there are so many people who are in the same position as me. I think about who I was 6 months ago, and I just feel like that person has evolved so much. Looking at the person I am now and looking at how much God has done in this last 6 months is just like so amazing to me. And I'm not a crier, so I'm trying not to cry, but like, I just feel like me taking a leap of faith has just changed so many things in my life. It has like done so much in my life. I'm about to cry. Oh my gosh. It's done so much in my life. It's done so much in the lives of other people. I just feel like now it's kind of opened up a door for me to feel like I can do anything. I just feel like if I can do that, if I can, to somebody else, going live might not be that big of a deal, but to me it was a big deal. Like it was just something that I just didn't think I could do. I was just so afraid of what everybody was just going to think. I was just so concerned about everybody else that I really didn't think about myself. I didn't think about like how it could really change my life just doing that, like connecting with people from all over the country, being able to just make myself proud, and to be able to give myself what I've just been given so many people. I just think we just have to like just be more conscious of like what we're investing back in ourselves, like what are we giving to ourselves every day? Because I just feel like, me just doing one simple act of just like taking a leap of faith, and I had to like talk myself into doing it and convince myself like that I was capable. I always would hear other people say, well, Mel, you could do this, or Mel, you're so talented, Mel, you're so gifted, Mel, you're this, And those were compliments that I took in stride. I was grateful for that. But you know how sometimes people can see more in you than you can see in yourself. So it's like for me now, I'm just trying to see myself through the lens of like those people who love me, through the lens of God, how he sees me, through the lens of how like I want to see myself. And like now the confidence that I truly have in myself is unmatched, because now there's nothing that you could put in front of me that I won't at least attempt to try. You know, it's just like I have this like fearlessness now that, you know, and I think the great thing about Paparazzi is kind of pushed me to understand that I put limits on myself that are not even supposed to be there. You know, like for instance, I've hit 3 different ranks in the past 6 months, which is like really good. I've been hitting like, you know, growing in the business. And the thing is, I would see a different rank and I would say to myself, it's no way I could do that in a month. It's no way I could do that. You know, I would look at what I had, and then I would just say, oh, it's no way I could do that. And I would just kind of discount it as if it wasn't possible. And all it would really take is like one nugget of like encouragement from someone. Because there's a couple of people in the business who are like my mentors or whatever. And they would just say things like, well, if anybody could do it, you could do it. And I would be like, well, maybe we could just give it a shot and just see what we could do. You know, I mean, it was just like, all it would really take sometime is just like one little nugget. Look at me, got my mascara running. All it would really take sometimes is just like one little push of like encouragement. And that one little seed would like flourish, and it would just make me like a monster. You know what I'm saying? It would just make me like, you know, go hard for this, you know, whatever it is that I wanted, and then I would do it. You know, and it's like, so for instance, in the business, we have this thing called Life of the Party Bronze. And so I hit Life of the Party Bronze in March. And I was so excited. I was just like, oh my gosh, I hit this, you know, this mark, this milestone in my business, you know. And it takes some people a year to do it. And I did it in 3 months, because I did it between January and March. And I was so pumped and I was so excited. And I was like, yes, you know, like I did this thing. Like, but then I said, well, Life of the Party Silver is coming up. Like, that's my next milestone. Like, why don't I just shoot for that? I got another 3 months to do it. And I did it in less than 3 months, like later, you know. And so it's just like, I could have very well stopped at that particular goal. I could have just stopped there and just said, I did, because that was my goal. My goal was that bronze. You know, bronze was the highest that I thought I could go. But I just said, you know, no, like, let me just keep pushing. Let me just keep, like, who's to say that I can't go for silver? Like, who's to say? And I did it. You know what I'm saying? And I did it, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it. And again, it's not, these mosquitoes is biting me up out here, y'all. Okay. I don't know. They just be finding me from like the woods somewhere. They just be like scoping me out. But sorry, sidetrack. But yeah, so, you know, it's like I would set boundaries or limits on the things that I thought that I was capable of doing. But like, I would go beyond those milestones. And so now it's just like, now I feel like I don't put limits on what I feel like I could do. I kind of go beyond that, and I say, okay, if I feel like this is what I'm capable of doing, let me see what I can do that's even further than that, because that thing, I can even probably go even further than that, you know. And so I just feel like whatever it is that you feel like you're incapable of doing or you're ill-equipped to do, pray about it, seek God about it, set a game plan, and then just do it. Don't say, I'm going to try to do it. Don't say like, if things work out, I'm gonna do it. No, just say I'm going to do it. You know, you're going. And in that time, let me just say this too, in the past 6 months, I've not felt like it. A lot of the time, just being honest, I've not felt like it. Like going live, I've been afraid. Like there have been days where I would literally be like still nervous as heck to still go live. You know, even today, like they're doing this live, you always put yourself in a position where people can judge you, people can like talk about you, people can like make fun of you or whatever. But it's like, I'm still going to do it. Why? Because this message may help somebody. So I don't care. I'm gonna just do it, and you know, let the chips fall where they fall. You know, so it's like, I don't really put limits or a cap on anything that I'm capable of doing. I am fearless. When I tell y'all I'm fearless, I can do anything. And I'm not saying that I'll be able to do it as fast as somebody else. I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to do it as efficient, or I'm going to be able to do it as well as somebody else. But what I'm saying is, like, in my own power, in my own capacity, I'm going to be able to accomplish goals that I set my mind to. And there may be things that may take me a little longer to get there, but I'm going to get there. But you know what? I'm not going to get there being lazy. I'm not going to get there being excuse my French, half-assed. I'm going to come with 100% with what I'm doing. Why? Because I'm going to operate in excellence. I'm going to operate in my best. I'm not going to just, what would be the purpose of me doing anything mediocre? Who am I serving by being mediocre or average in anything that I do? I'm not serving anybody. I need to come with 110%. You know what I'm saying? And so for you, if there's something that you want to do, don't halfway do it. Don't, and I said this on my live the other night, you know, don't halfway do anything. Like if I was to die today, y'all don't do a whole lot of crying at my funeral, because I live my life, and I live my life well. I loved on people. I was kind. I was caring. I was considerate. You know what I'm saying? I know that there are some things that I could go back and I wish I could do differently. But at the end of the day, I know I live my life in integrity. I know I live my life to care and love on people. And I know that I pursued my passions and my dreams with everything that I had inside of me. And yes, there are some things that I still want to do, and I feel like I'm praying that I can accomplish. But at the end of the day, I know that I came and I did what it is that, you know, and I did things, and I wasn't just trying to just do it just to do it. You know what I mean? So like in Paparazzi, we have like, you could just do the average of like doing, you know, a certain number of inventory, whatever. I don't do that. That's not me. If I'm going to come with 100%. So even if I'm running by myself, and a lot of times in this business, to be honest, I feel like I'm running by myself, because, you know, you can have like a marathon going on and you have people running around, and everybody kind of starts off together. But then there are some people who kind of break away from the pack, and then they're just kind of running, and they feel kind of lonely out there by themselves. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm just like the best or anything like that, but I'm just saying like, I sacrifice a lot to be able to see things like turn out well, or at least to be able to say I came and I brought my best to something. You know, there have been, like I said, there have been days where I've been tired. There have been days where I felt sick. There have been days where I had a death in the family. Like I literally went live like right after I found out that I had, like, my uncle passed away, you know, and that was like a really tough thing for my family. But guess what? I committed to going live, so I'm gonna go live. You know, there were times where like literally during the month of January, me and my husband both were out of work. We were not getting paychecks for that whole month. So it was like a month and some change after that. We were not getting paid. But guess who still was working their business? Me. Guess who was still coming? Guess who was still giving 100%? Me. It's like, so a lot of times I do feel lonely. I feel like I don't want to feel like I have to try to convince people to give their best. But this is just an encouragement to somebody who is just being average. Stop being average. Go after what it is that you want to do. If you're afraid of something, just go after it with everything that you have in you, because you don't know who it is that you have to help or be there for or support, or how your one act of obedience can just be such a major blessing to so many people. Like the number of people that you can touch just in your obedience is probably limitless. Like just one, like even just me doing this live right now and you guys listening to what I'm saying, I may plant a seed in somebody's life, and that one seed may be the thing that changes the trajectory of somebody's like generations to come. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, don't ever underestimate your impact. Don't ever underestimate how important it is to do what it is that you're called to do. Don't ever underestimate how important it is to bring 100% every time you do anything. Your name is all you got at the end of the day. Your name. So if your name is associated with average or mediocre, that's a bad thing. Like what legacy do you want to leave behind for yourself and for your family? You know what I'm saying? So think about that every single day. Like, what is it that you want to do? I know for me, I want to, just where my business is concerned, I want to have a business that it's not really about the business, it's about the people. Like I want to use my business to change the world. I want to use my business to, you know, love on people and honor my family, and, you know, like have residual wealth and income coming in. Like I don't want to work for the rest of my life. That's the truth. I want work to feel like it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in a position where I can like, okay, give you an example. My husband and I, we were at dinner one night, and I was getting messages saying that my business was still moving, and I was just sitting there eating dinner, and literally I was getting like checks, like money was just rolling in because I'm working my business. So it's just like, for me, that's important for me. I want to get to a place of wealth where I don't have to work so daggone hard to be able to live the life I want to live. You know, I see in my business 6 and 7 figure women in this business who are doing exceptional things, women who are quitting their jobs, like, and not even just like little, you know, hourly jobs, women who are quitting successful 6-figure jobs to come do paparazzi full time. So it's just like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? If they're capable of doing those things, like, I'm just as capable. I'm just as talented and gifted. Again, they may do it faster than me, but what's to say that I can't do it in my own time? You know, so it's just like, I see the value in it, and I see the value in myself, and I feel like I want to continue to be the person that I'm proud of. And so for you, if you're watching this, for whatever reason God led you here to click on my video today, again, this is just encouragement to say, go after what it is that you need, or go after those things that you want in life. Don't let anything stop you from being your best, giving your best, doing your best at all times. Love on people. We only get one life. Make it count, you know. And also, you know, maybe mark on the calendar a date of something significant that you did, like some big, it can't be something small, it has to be some big leap of faith, something that's just like kind of scares you a little bit, that you just jump out there and you just do. You go hard for it with everything in you. You just give it 110%. Because for me, that was today, but January 11th of this year was my big leap of faith. So, you know, today is the 11th of this month. So this marks 6 months. So this is a really special day for me. So for you, mark the calendar. If it's today that you go do it, or tomorrow, or whatever, mark the calendar, but make it something big. When I went live for the first time, it scared the crap out of me. I was so nervous. I literally was shaking, and like, I didn't feel like I was going to be capable of doing it. Like, I went live and I was just like, oh crap, like, what did I just do, you know? But I was successful. This is just like to let you all know, on my very first live, I didn't know what I was going to sell. So I was asking advice from other people, and one person said, well, just show about 18 things on your show, and then just kind of get off if you get too nervous. I was like, okay. But then I'm thinking, like, they told me 18, but I'm always an overachiever. So I was like, I'm going to do 50 things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, oh, this is like a really push for me. So I pushed it to 50, and then I showed 50 things on my live. So this is during the show, I sold 50 things. Do you know, on my first live, I sold 88 things? Like 88 pieces of jewelry on my very first live. So it's just kind of like, well, what was I so afraid of? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, you know, I was so nervous and so afraid of something that didn't even exist. Like, fear is so fake. Like, I just feel like now, when people tell me that they're afraid to do things, I'm like, just do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, literally, like, think about it. Like, really. And this is something else that helps too. If it's something that you want to do, write down like the worst thing that can happen. I mean, obviously, you know, if you say you want to go rob a bank or something, like that could go really wrong, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you just want to like take a leap of faith and just do something that's like, you know, going to help your life in some kind of way, or your family or something, like write down all the possible things that can go wrong. For me, it was just like not even a real thing. Like, it really didn't even really exist of like what I was afraid of. So again, for you, I'm pretty sure the worst thing that can happen probably won't even happen. You'll probably surprise yourself and do way better than you think you would. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I hope this message helps somebody. If you're just jumping onto my video now, go back and watch the beginning. Hopefully it's something that blesses you. And thank you, girl. I just jumped down there. Thank you. Yes, here. Thank you. but yeah, so guys, have a good day. This day means a lot to me. I'm like really pumped about it. I feel like I want to throw myself a party because, you know, like I'm just like excited, like, I conquered my fears. Ooh, I can do anything. So yeah, so it's somebody on here watching this, it's something that you want to do, but you're afraid to do it. And so these bugs, y'all, I'm telling you, these mosquitoes is just like tearing me up. But anyway, Lord. So, but it's somebody on here that needs to do something, that wants to do something, that God is pushing them to do it, that God has planted a seed inside of you, and you're afraid to do it, and you're like teetering on the edge of like, should I do it, or what are people going to think, or what are people going to say, or what if I don't have the resources? Or no, go do it today, tomorrow, whatever it is. Like, make it happen. Mark the calendar. 6 months from now, inbox me and tell me how great it was, because I know it's going to be amazing. You know, Don't live your life in fear. And then teach generations to come, like teach your kids and grandkids, like, hey, on this day I conquered my fear, and because of that, look at all that we have to show for it. You know, because if you continue to show up, the thing is continuing to show up when you don't want to show up, when you don't feel like it, when life is not favorable, you still give 100%. You will see results. I promise you. If nothing else, I am a living testament to show you that if you continue to give 100% to anything that you want to do or that you desire to do, you're going to see results. So again, I'll let you guys go. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Y'all go after it, okay? And y'all let me know how great it was. Have a great day.